Seattle is not the place to live in anymore. And I'm going to rant about everything. Seattle used to be this place where everybody wanted to move to, home of the Starbucks, but no, not anymore. Seattle has so many homeless people. I'm not talking about Washington in general, I'm talking about downtown Seattle. It's gotten worse. There's so many homeless people, people in tents. They're under the bridges. They're everywhere. It's kind of like Oregon, but it's 10 times worse. I went to Oregon not too long ago, and there was not that many people, but there was people in camps, homeless, in there, and it's not as bad as Seattle. Seattle's just like 10 times worse, maybe 50 times worse. I'm gonna be honest. Also, the traffic is bad. Not just the people driving like California where there's traffic. No, the roads, the construction they do is horrible. They keep closing roads for construction, and then there's so much accidents because they made the roads so confusing, which is so horrible. And it's also very expensive to live in Seattle. If you're considering to move to Seattle, because oh my gosh, the pay is amazing. You get paid so good. Please, it's because everything's expensive. The groceries, the gas. What else is expensive? The grocery, the gas, the houses. It's all literally expensive. Literally to be considered a middle class in Washington State. You want to know how much is it to be considered a middle class in Washington? It's about 60 to 190,000 to live in Washington, and the gas is very expensive. For an average gas price for regular, it's about 4.40, something like that. I'm not too sure. $4 and something. Not too sure. I forgot. But it's really bad. It's really bad. Also, the income tax is bad. Income tax is about the capital gain tax is about 7% on the sales of certain assets like stocks, bonds, and business interest when the gain exceeds 250,000 a year. But you know what's worse? The sales tax. Sales tax is about 6.5%. It's gotten bad. Back in the day, people used to complain about Seattle. Rain, 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 rain. Nothing else. And honestly, I love the rain. But I hate rain when going to school. At least I'm not in school anymore. I'm in college, but still. Oh my god, Seattle is so bad. I wouldn't recommend coming here unless you want to visit. It's beautiful to visit. The hiking, the skiing, there's beautiful mountains here. But to live here is very, very expensive and very much homeless people. If you go to Seattle, like literally downtown Seattle, all you will see is homeless or people part of the LGBTQ community. If you see anybody normal, then literally they are here for college, which is University of Washington, or they are here for a job because there is a lot of job opportunities here. But do not take that for granted because everything else is expensive, which will make you still poor. I'm not gonna say you're gonna be poor. You're gonna be. It's hard to be considered middle class when it's 60 to 190,000 annually to be considered a middle class income. But yeah, or else they're here to visit. But that's all you're gonna see in downtown Seattle. Where I live, the city is like top 3 worst cities to live in because of the crimes. Oh yeah, I was gonna bring up crimes anyways. I forgot to bring up crimes. Crimes is bad, all time bad. It's getting worse. There's too many crimes in Seattle now. But the city I live in is top 3 cities in Washington with the highest crime. Not really where I live in the city, but it's like more uphill from where I live. And Seattle, Washington has gotten worse with crimes. No matter, I'm not talking about Seattle in general, Washington State in general, the crime, the homeless. It's just expensive everywhere. But I don't know about places like that are 2 or 3 hours away from Seattle, Washington. Those cities are kind of quiet, but they're kind of dead as well. Some of them are, but I don't know how expensive they are to live there. But it's still Washington State in general is expensive to live in, so I would not recommend to live in Washington State anymore. It's gotten worse and worse and worse. So yeah, if you want to visit, please do. There's a lot to do. You can go to Pike Place Market. There's other things to do, but to live here is not worth it. Do not consider it. For me, the degree I am pursuing in college is so amazing for the state. I mean, I can get a job anywhere, but this state has so many companies that I can work for. But it's so expensive, which would make me want to move out of here after I get my degree. I'm getting my degree in Washington. I don't want to get it somewhere else because I don't want to go out of state. But I wouldn't want to stay here because it's so expensive. But there's so many job opportunities that I want to stay here. But of how expensive it is, I don't think I want to stay here any longer. I've been here for 19 years, my whole life basically, because I'm 19, and it's gotten worse. I used to love Seattle. I would have, if it was like 6, 7 years ago, no, I'm kidding. I would have told y'all to stay and move to Seattle. It's amazing, but no, not anymore. Too much happens, shootings, crimes, and everything, and it's really bad. Let me know if you live in Seattle or Washington in general, and what do you think about Washington nowadays? Would you consider Washington to people? Would you want to move out of Washington, or would you want to stay in Washington? What do you think of Washington State in general? How long you been living here, and what's your thought on Washington? And yeah, and if you have anything else you want to say in the comments down below about Washington, y'all can say it. And yeah, I'm out. Peace.
Look, how am I alive now? How did you arrive now? Who gave us life? Now help me to find out. Seeking the signs out, finding my purpose while it's in time now. Things in my mind now. Who made the earth upon which you drive out? Who taught me to rhyme now? This wasn't a curse, this will shine now. How to arrive now? Who gave us life? Now help me to find out. Seeking the signs out, finding my purpose while it's in time now.